Hi, I'm Justin.
Hi, I'm Kayla.
Hi, I'm Joey.
We are raising awareness for unified basketball.
Now, Mrs. Bates, how did you feel about joining and being the coach of the unified team?
Coaching is an extremely rewarding experience. I've done volleyball for, I want to say this is my 7th year now. So we've been eager to see the unified sports program expand. So being able to do that with basketball was really such a treat this year.
How did you feel about the school community coming together as one and forming this team the way it is now?
What I like about unified sports is it really brings out the best in the kids, because sort of like with our peer-to-peer class, kids really get an opportunity to know each other in a different level. You know, when you pass people in the hallway, you're just like, oh, that's that person. You don't really get to know them. So it really brings more of a social connection, not just for students with disabilities, but for students without disabilities as well.
The final question I do have to ask is, when you became coach of the unified basketball team, volleyball, what made you want to do that exactly?
Well, it's kind of in my nature, I guess. It's a good question. You're gonna cut out all this dead time, right?
Yeah.
I was approached by Mrs. Klink for volleyball, and that kind of set up sort of the beginnings right there. I didn't know a whole lot about volleyball going into it. I've learned a lot, but it's not just me alone. We're a whole group of people that work together. I've got Coach Missy for volleyball, and I worked with Mr. Coburn for basketball. And then with the help of others, we, like as a team, for coaching, we help those kids and really push them to grow athletically and as a team.
Right. The one question I was also curious about, what made you want to make a difference and show the world about how unified sports is today?
Well, I think it's really great because this didn't always exist. Like the kids with disabilities have Special Olympics, so this is a way for kids to participate more in their high school with the high school athletics, and it doesn't exclude them so much. So it's an inclusive process, and it gives them a more meaningful experience and helps them build skills for all students who participate that they take with them after high school. And that's, so for me, that's important, and it's also really fun.
Right. Now, out of all the unified sports there is today, which sport would you think brings the students more together to work together as a team?
Oh gosh, you know, they both do it in different ways. Basketball is a much more fast-paced, you know, you got to think on your feet, where volleyball kind of slows it down, and I think you can kind of build different skills and those communication skills a little more deliberately with the volleyball, and that's kind of what my heart is too. So,
right.
I'll always vote with volleyball.
So when you became the coach for the unified teams,
Mm-hmm.
the difference you wanted to make was to show the world how these kids come together as one to make this world fun, watch, and
yeah,
really
you know, and it
entertain.
also really showcases kids' abilities. A lot of times when you work with students with more severe disabilities, you kind of see what they can't do, and this really allows
Right.
them to show what they're able to do.
So it brings them together and gives
Mm-hmm.
our students of PA a better understanding about, like, everyone's gone through something, and that just makes us who we are.
Yeah, we're all humans at heart.
All right, that'll be all.
All right, thanks.
Go ahead.
Oh. So, how'd you like coaching unified basketball this year?
I love coaching unified basketball this year. It was really good to see the kids improve, and I got the mixture of the whole school involved. I'm going to the first game. It was the first, second home game. The crowd was amazing. And everyone get behind it. It was really special.
Did it really touch you to see like other kids like that you haven't really you didn't see in school work with like the kids you work with down here?
Oh yes, that's a great question. Yes, especially this Pembrook's like no other. To see the community come behind it and the kids in the school just come behind it, show their support, and really just enthusiasm you guys brought every single day was amazing. And you can't teach that. Like you can have people just come and hey help out. You guys brought different energy to it. and just wants to be there today, to be at every practice. Most importantly, to take time out of your day to come help us out. It's just unbelievable.
Did you like the one away game when there was cheerleaders there that announced the names and cheered for both teams?
I love that. Yeah, especially it's nice. So when you go to a game, especially this year, it wasn't just against the other team. It was both teams playing just to have fun and playing together.
Thank you.
Hey Kayla,
What's up, Joey?
what is your opinion on unified basketball?
Well, I think unified basketball gives a chance for not just us kids, but the special ed kids to be involved like we are in our sports, but at a slow pace and like not such a competition. And it gives them a chance to open up to more people and ability to be around a lot of other people and work one-on-one with one another and get to know them very well.
Now, I've heard that you were one of the players of the unified basketball team. Is that correct?
Yes.
What would be your own professional opinion when you played with the unified basketball team?
Well, for me, I'm very competitive. A lot of people know that I've been on varsity soccer and softball for 4 years right now in high school. And it's very different, but it's a good difference. It's not bad. It's an adjustment to me because it's slower, but it's not a competition. It's everyone's having fun and smiles, laughter, everyone cheering for everyone, not just their school and other schools cheering for their school. It's everyone cheering for one another. It's helping each other out, and the special ed kids to get ability to have a chance to do what we do in our sports and score a basket, pass the ball, shoot a three, shoot from half court like Gerard did. That was amazing. I've never seen someone like jump up so high like Peter did.
Would you also have, if you had the ability to go back in time, would you actually recommend this to everyone or not?
I would not recommend anyone to get involved. I know some people it's hard for them to open up, but I think it'd be a nice thing. It'd be a nice first step to play and be able to practice with the kids and learn, like getting to know them and learn new things about them that you never knew and having a relationship with them. It's amazing.
Thanks, Kayla.
Hey Joey, so what was your favorite part about unified basketball this year?
I would say my favorite part about unified basketball this year was, to be honest, seeing all the kids come together and unite as a family.
So if you could go back in time when we started it, would you recommend people to get more involved, and also would you recommend doing it yourself if you can go back in time?
If I had the ability to go back in time, I honestly would recommend it to everyone, and yeah, I would join, because it's just something for everyone to do. You know, they come out as one and they come together as a family.
Thank you, Joey.
Hey, Russ.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
What did you think about the unified basketball team?
Well, I think about it, I think it's a good thing for us to do with the kids and help them realize that sports are meant for everyone.
If you had the ability to go back in time and, you know, would you recommend it to anyone, or would you even think about joining it?
Oh, yeah. I would have gone back in time to tell everyone about it, and I would actually join it. I would have had a couple more, me and my soccer buddies would do it too.
Thanks, Russ.
Alright, so basically, how did you feel when Unified Sports Week happened?
When I went to my first unified game, I was so impressed with the students who were playing, because they had such joy and they really loved the sport just to be able to play it, not whether they were winning or they were losing. It appeared to me so many kids in mainstream sports are so worried about the outcome, but the unified athletes were just enjoying the game. That's what I loved about it so much.
Now, what did you think about when kids had joined to help out the unified basketball team and the other sports?
I can't really speak for the students, but it seems to me that the ones that I know from Pembrook Academy who've helped out seem to get as much out of participating as the students that are playing in the games. That they form strong bonds and really get to know students that maybe they wouldn't have known before unified sports became a program.
Thank you, that'd be good.
Hey, Josh. How's that basketball, bud? recommend anyone to try basketball?
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing to do in basketball?
Steals.
Sure.
How did you like playing unified basketball this year?
Pretty good, actually.
What was your favorite part during the unified basketball season?
Just working with others, helping out. How actually the actual team works with others.
Will you play next year?
Yes.